Thanks, Lisa. This week, a 19-year-old member of the violent MS-13 gang is arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He is the first of as many as 10 gang members believed to have stabbed a man more than 100 times in a Maryland park before decapitating him, removing his heart, and burying him in a shallow grave. In the last month alone, 35 MS-13 members were arrested in Maryland as part of a national effort to crack down on the gang. But is enough being done? Joining me now, Sheriff Chuck Jenkins of Frederick County, Maryland. No relation, Sheriff, but tell me, now let's set the stage. Montgomery County, where this happened, is right next to Frederick County, where you are. It's just north of the nation's capital, but you have an incredible exploding MS-13 problem. How bad is it?
Good morning, Griff. That's correct. We do have an increasing problem. It's a real crisis going on right now in this region. Montgomery County, which for all intents and purposes is a sanctuary county, that's now being felt in my county, which is just west of Frederick, of Montgomery. So, you know, these vicious, savage crimes that are perpetrated in our streets and our communities, they can't be tolerated. We have to do more.
Now tell me, because we have talked much in the nation about this sanctuary city issue that's playing out there and how it is hurting your ability to go after these horrific killers.
Well, Maryland is not yet a sanctuary state. There's a movement toward that. It's been attempted twice in the past couple of years. We've managed to stop it in the legislature. It's coming again this year, and we have to fight it. But what it does is ties the hands of law enforcement and corrections and jails in the sense that once we arrest someone, not so in Frederick County, but once a jurisdiction arrests someone, they can't cooperate with ICE, and ICE can't do their job by deportation. So let me mention a very similar crime occurred in Frederick County back in spring of this year, where an individual MS-13 member was lured to Frederick County, beaten to death, and the attackers tried to cut his head off with a machete, buried in a shallow grave. So this is not limited to Montgomery County or any metropolitan area. It's in our counties, in our communities.
That's right. So you have groups like Help Save Maryland, some others in the last two battles over the state lawmakers' efforts to make Maryland a sanctuary state. And just for our viewers, the 10th Amendment of the Constitution says that federal law does not require state and local officers to enforce federal immigration law. But you say that you need every tool you can to combat what is being imported from places like El Salvador, some of the most horrific violence humanity has seen in your neighborhoods and your communities.
Absolutely. As Sheriff Griff, I have an obligation to use every tool at my disposal, every program at my disposal to keep our streets safe. In Frederick County, we belong to and participate in the 287G program, and over the course of 9 years in that program, we have removed over 1,400 criminals from our streets. More than 90 were affiliated with criminal gangs, such as MS-13, 18th Street, the Latin Kings. We need to clean up our communities, and the only way to do this is to cooperate and partner with ICE to let them do their jobs.
Sheriff, is President Trump and this administration enough of a partner for you to do what you need to do to keep those streets safe?
I think we're moving in the right direction, Griff, but we need to do more. We need to treat MS-13 and the other criminal gangs as international terrorist organizations, such as we do ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban. Get these people off the streets, out of our communities, jail them at Guantanamo or someplace safe until we can get them into the courts and get them removed from our country. We need to do a lot more. You know, I commend the president for what he's done so far. We need to secure our borders completely, and we need to wage war against these criminal gangs.
Sheriff Chuck Jenkins, thank you for taking time. Thank you for your officers being out there every day. Thanks for taking time.
Thank you.